Anthony Cooper. I'm from New York. I now live in Alpharetta, Georgia. Mine would be, if you focus on the process, the results will speak for itself.
Wait, ready? Let's do one clap.
Well, how's everybody? Delmar Carmack, McDonough, Georgia. Put people first and never quit.
All right.
I didn't know I was standing next to Luther here. I'm Jason Bias. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. My advice to you is get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Understand there'll be peaks and valleys in this business. But understand one thing, you're in competition with nobody but yourself. You control your mind, you control your destiny.
All right.
My name is Patty Bechtel. I'm from Woodstock, Georgia, and I would tell you all attend as many meetings as you can and bring as many guests as you can and keep encouraging.
I'm Laura Millen. This is Ronnie Millen behind me. We're from Conyers, Georgia, and my advice would be do something for your business every day. Stream as you live.
How you doing? My name is Lloyd Roll, and absence of my wife and Annette Roll that pretty much everybody knows. My advice would, don't give up, but stay patient. Patience in this business, you need a lot of. You really do.
Jeff Thomas, Buford, Georgia. My advice, every time you get knocked down, every time you quit, just get back up and stay excited.
Thank you, Jeff. Tony Ferry, Woodstock, Georgia. Lucky Tony Ferry because I'm married to Patty. I look in the room and I see Joseph here, and I remember a time when I took some of Presley's advice and Steve Fisher's advice. And that was, you got to go to Ignition, and you got to bring as many people to Ignition as you can, because for every person that you bring to Ignition, when you come home, your team will grow 10 times that person. Now that happened to Patty and I. We drove a van one year. Joseph rode in it, I remember. So I don't care, whatever it takes to get to Ignition, you better get to Ignition.
All right. Good advice. We have a special announcement.
Well, it's my honor to bring up my newest executive director, the Team of Action. He's actually my first one. Please help me bring up Martin Augustine. Guys, it took me 8 months for him. Consistency wins. So now I'd like to bring up the second executive director, Mr. Shane Caldwell.
All right.
Turn this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, he got a blazer on.
Congratulations.
Shane did not see the business presentation when he decided to join Stream. He said, hey, Anthony Cooper's in it, I'm in.
All right.
People don't join companies, people join people.
That's right.
They gave the person who likes to talk the most the mic and said 30 seconds. I don't know what they gave with that. Y'all listen, first of all, I got to give honor to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I will say this for everyone that has never seen me do a presentation, there's 3 things you're going to know about Martin Augustine. First, the proudest person in Stream, bar none, this guy.
Yeah.
Make your own argument when they give you the mic. This was mine. You're going to know I serve a God that's greater and bigger than me. That's number one. You're going to know that I got these daughters that I told y'all that I'd stop breathing for so that they could breathe.
Yes.
You're going to know about Stream. Y'all, I'm clapping myself. This journey, this group of people that we're up here with, you got to understand what this means. This is the don't quit group. This is the excuse killing group. Every excuse that you can come up with not to do this opportunity is standing behind me. I got no time, I don't have no money, I don't know how to do it, I don't talk. Every one of us had to stand in front of that, but we're here. And then these people messed around and gave me a Mercedes Benz. They knew I was going to do it. So here they go. They paid the insurance, they paid the maintenance, they paid the car payment. And I had no other way to pay for my car except to dance for it, so I do like this. Every time I walk to my car, people don't even know what I'm doing. What is he doing? I'm paying for my car. You pay for yours by punching the clock. I'll pay for mine like this. So I had my goal set that I said, this was something I was going to do, not to just represent the car. Don't tell Rob, but he could have gave me a Pinto for free. I could have had duct tape and a boat window. But then I seen Winston Lellerbert, presidential director at TOA, came up with this jacket thing. Y'all understand, I worked for this thing, right? Because I put that on my board above everything else, because for our team, it represents that I did not quit. Life was happening, I didn't push pause. Life was busting me upside the head, I didn't stop. Guys, this business is about doing this thing, not for me. This business is not for you. This is generations to come. So for my babies and my babies' babies and my babies' babies, I put this jacket on the board and said, I gotta get it because it represents me not quitting. It doesn't represent me doing this thing by myself. Y'all got to get this, because here's how you turn a warm market or cold market into a warm market. You show up. If you on fire, the market ain't no longer cold.
Well.
I got to get this statement. I got to prove this to y'all so y'all get it. My first senior director in the back, Marcella, raise your hand. I got to give her the love, right? I didn't know Marcella. I met her at a bowling alley, and she had a dude with her. She messed around and smiled at me. I told her about me serving God. I told her about my babies, and I said, let me tell you about this thing called Stream. And she's standing back there, my number one. My number 2 senior director, I'm getting out of the way. My number 2 senior director, I met in Uber on my way to Connect. Or, what was that? Connect. 11 minutes changed my life. It took 11 minutes to go from where I started to get to Connect. And in 11 minutes, I told her about Stream and she joined. And every senior director came in after her.
All right.
My number 3 senior director standing right here, stand up, baby.
All right.
I met Faith in, sit down, you're stealing my thunder. I met Faith in a copy house making copies of flyers to show people about streams. And she made the mistake of saying, you gotta peek, let me show you about this thing called stream. My number 4 was my father that told me he wasn't gonna do stream because it wasn't in Chicago. And then the number 5 was the one that came in under Novella as well too. Guys, it's only a cold market if you let it be. I don't meet strangers. We have, and I said this, I'm getting out of the way, we have an $8 billion opportunity.
Yes.
And 90% of the people treat it like an $8 secret. You're gonna know about stream. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not going to take that long. And you always say I do a lot of talking. I don't like talking. First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior.
Amen.
Hey, Flash, come here, Flash. Come here, Flash. The secret to this business, is pray every day. Amen. When I met this young man at the gas station, I didn't know he was going to be my guardian angel, my best friend. All right? Every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, what we do, Flash? We pray. Every morning, the whole team prays at 6 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, he's like my guardian angel, and I want to thank him. I want to thank a lot of people in here. Bernadette, thank you. Winchell, thank you. Anthony Cooper, thank you. Doc, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone in this business. Thank you, everyone. All right, because it's not about me. All right, it's about everyone in here. All right, and Flash, thank you. All right, look. This guy right here, what? 1,000 people here down the line? 1,000 people. Most of my SDs are from this guy right here. Wow. He is the one that got Coop to executive director. All right? Because when he came into my manager director code and Coop's SD code, he blew up Coop. That's why he's the man, you know? So in this business, it's not about you, it's about people. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you're going to meet, you know? And I didn't want to walk up to him in a gas station. I was nervous like I am now, but I don't care. You know, and I just went up to him. I said, hey, you ever heard of this business before? He said, no. I walked away. And what did you say, Flash?
He said, come over here and tell me about this.
I said, are you serious? I don't really know that much about this. But I got some people who will kill you. And I want you to meet all of them. So we spoke for 45 minutes at the gas station, and he said, I don't believe I spoke to you for 45 minutes. But we didn't talk about stream, we talked about life. And he was telling me about him. I told him about me. He talked about his wife, his kids, and he said, before I do anything, I have to pray. I got to talk to my beautiful wife, and I have to see if she want to come to this presentation. And I said, fine with me. I took his number, but I didn't call him. I never called you, right? Didn't call him. And about 3 days later, he called me and said, I want to come to a meeting. Now, the meeting was Super Saturday, right? He came to Super Saturday, and I was so happy because I think I invited like about 50 people. 13 people showed up. Him and his wife was 2 of 13 people. He walked in, and I was so happy because he was in my cold market. The other 11 was friends and family and people who really didn't want to, you know. And every minute I kept looking back. Are you okay? Are you good? I hope you don't think I'm crazy. Then later he said, I thought you was crazy when you keep asking me. You know? But in this business, it's about the people you meet. And I want corporate to hear this. I want corporate to hear this. I know it's like our compensation plan is one of the best compensation plans in network marketing. And yeah, the money is good. The residual is good. The vacations is good. The Mercedes-Benz I got parked outside is good. All that is nice. But what I want you guys to put in the compensation plan is the people that you meet in this business. because to me, it's priceless of the relationships that I got, because money is one thing, but you could put $1 million in a room and burn it, but you can't burn a relationship. Right? And I love this business, and I love the people. I love you too, you know, and it's about helping. And Cedric said it great. You know, yeah, I'm team of action, but I'm also team 24/7, extreme team. I'm with everyone in this business. And I want to thank everyone, because everyone helped me, and I helped a lot of people in this room. I'm looking around, and a lot of people helped me, and I'm looking, and that's what it's all about. So, because you know, God gave us these blessings, and when He give you a blessing, you have to give it to the next person, because He's going to take it from you. It's not about us, all right? It's not about us. And Ruth will always tell me that, and it's a serious thing. Like I said, we pray every morning, and it's not about us, because it's much, much deeper than me, all right? Because Flash always say it. You know, I always say I don't like talking in front of people, and one laughing right now because I'm talking too long. But I'm trying to talk right? And again, and the Flash always say it's not about me. People have to hear your story, because you're gonna help someone, because there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of people. Here we go. There's a lot of stories, and when I hear certain stories to motivate me, you know, like Ryan talked about how his mother got him into the business and she was making money and he wasn't, and he was doing something else in banking. And then you hear Prezi talk about his story about his cousin, you know, who motivated him. So there's a lot of people who tell you stories, and it helps you. If you understand what I'm saying, these stories do help. You know, listen to what people are saying, and when you listen, it can help you. And then when you're in position to help others, it'll be easy for you to help other people. All right, thank you very much.
Hey, everybody, we could get together and do a group photo real quick. Can you guys give it up for our newest executive?